Hello, Eva here with Lovee Arts, and I have been asked by Rosemary from the Deconstructed Art Journals group to be a part of Muse Monday. And I have some questions here that she's asked that I will answer. And if you don't know much about the Deconstructed Art Journal group, or you're not familiar with it, then I'll put a link to it in the description below. It's just a great group of people who swap art journal pages. It's very affordable to do and a lot of fun. It's just a great way to share our art with each other. So anyway, back to Muse Monday. The first question is, what put you on the path to expressing yourself artistically? And I would have to say that I have been playing with art since I was a child. My dad was actually an art teacher at some point, and he would bring home markers or crayons, just leftover supplies, and I would just love, that was like the best days were when he would bring a ream of computer paper and markers or whatever kind of art supplies that he had extras, and I would just go to town. I mean, those were my favorite presents during holidays or like Christmas or my birthday. Just loved art supplies and playing with them. So later on, I guess I did take some art classes, or actually art has come in and out of my life throughout. And you know, after some art classes in elementary school, I really didn't do much art until my senior year in high school, and I had a friend who was an art major in college at the time, and I had a lot of fun with them collaborating on some artworks. And then I took art my senior year, so I had a ton of fun with that. And my dad was actually an art major in college too, so I guess it's in my blood. And I wanted to be an art major when I went to school, but my parents were like, no, you need to do something that's going to make money. So I tried, and then I got married and had kids and became a stay-at-home mom, and I actually didn't finish my degree, which was biology at the time. And when my kids got old enough to go back to school, my plan was always to go back and finish my degree. So I didn't want to lose those credits, and I decided to do an interdisciplinary studies degree, and that way I could keep my biology credits and then also do 2 other areas. And I decided to do art and psychology, thinking that I might do something with art therapy. And I just got into the art classes and I just loved them. I just knew this is what I want to do. And so I scratched that idea and I moved colleges, and I just did art like straight. I got my bachelor's of art in arts and performance. And then my plan was to get my teaching certificate and hopefully become an art teacher. And well, there are not too many jobs for art teachers out there, unfortunately, with the way the economy was at the time and just budget cuts and all of that the state was facing. So I really didn't want to teach anything else but art. And so I ended up taking a job in sales, and then I learned about graphic design, and I was like, oh, I should do that because I can be creative and I can also, you know, have some job opportunities in business. So I went back to school after I'd gotten my bachelor's, and I got my certification in graphic design, and I really love it, and it's great. And then I got a job in graphic design, and everything was going great, and then I got pregnant. So I moved back down to be near my family so that I could get some help with the baby. And I've just been living in this small town, being a stay-at-home mom again for now, and I am, expressing myself through my art. I've been watching a ton of videos on YouTube and decided, you know what, I want to try this. So I went ahead and did. And I guess I should also say at some point during, I was married for 10 years. I was a stay-at-home mom. And during that time, I did dabble in crafting. I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And gosh, that was like already 10 years ago or more. Not sure when I started with Stampin' Up! But anyway, I got the creative bug in me again at that time. And I did that, but with that relationship, we were moving around quite a bit. And so it was hard for me to get like an actual business going when I was moving around. So I did that for a couple of years, but it's mostly just like a hobby demonstrator where I was really just doing it for the discount on the supplies. But I did, and I still do have a ton of those supplies that I still love to use in my artwork. So I would say, wow, I kind of got off on that question, huh? I guess my parents put me on the path to expressing myself artistically, and it's just been a part of me, whether it's been something that I have been practicing or not, it's always in the back of, it's just a part of who I am, and I just love to express myself artistically. So it says, what has it meant to you to have this way to express yourself? Well, because I've moved around so much in my life, when you move somewhere new, you don't know a whole lot of people. And so, and being a stay-at-home mom, it's hard to get out and meet people because you're, stuck at home taking care of the baby sometimes. And just depending on where you're living, you just might not have that opportunity. So it can be kind of a little lonely existence sometimes. And being able to express myself artistically is like an escape from my beautiful babies. So it's just, like I said, it's a part of who I am, and it's meant a great deal to be able to just put my feelings or my thoughts, or just playing is really sometimes just that. It's just getting my hands dirty, and I just love it. So it says, how has it helped you through difficulties? Well, that kind of ties into what I was saying before about, feelings of loneliness sometimes. Just getting lost in my art is very therapeutic. And, of course, there's always ups and downs throughout life. I've been through divorce and living away from my older kids now, and being able to do art has just helped in such a big way. I don't get to do it as much as I'd like because I do have a little one. But when I do, I cherish those moments. Of course, I cherish the moments with my baby too. And it says, what you might tell others to encourage them. I think I hear the baby, so I'm going to have to stop. Okay, I'm back. The baby's taken care of. So let's see, where were we? What you might tell others to encourage them. Basically, I would say just no matter what supplies you have, you don't have to have all of the best and newest art supplies to get started. Really, you can express yourself with the very most basic of supplies, and not to be so hard on yourself. Like a lot of people, I think, are so wrapped up in it looking perfect and trying to not make mistakes, or being embarrassed about their mistakes, or being embarrassed about, mine doesn't look as good as this person's, or it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I think you just have to practice. Like, it's just a process, and it's all something that you can learn and get better at, but it's just like our parents always say, practice makes perfect. Well, except there is no perfect. You can just get better with practice. And just to accept who you are and where you are at your level, and be happy with that. Just, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay if it doesn't turn out perfect or exactly how you want it to. The fact is, you're putting yourself out there. You're putting yourself down on that paper, or in that sculpture, or whatever medium you're working with. It's really beautiful because it is a part of you. You created it. And I think that's where the beauty is. It's in just expressing yourself, and being okay with whatever happens, because isn't that like what life is all about? It's just rolling with the punches, and it's it's all it's all art to me. you know, it's yeah. I guess I would just keep it simple and say, just try it, and don't be so hard on yourself, and enjoy it, really, because it's just about playing. It's about um, getting yourself to create something and be proud of it. Yeah. All right. I think that wraps it up. This has gone way longer than I totally planned for it to, but thanks for sticking around and hearing my little story. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Um, Feel free to check out the Deconstructed Art Journal group. It's growing so big, but you can be as involved or not as involved. You can do, whatever. You can make it fit for you, and it's really a wonderful group, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. So, thank you.